Bienvenidos a Esperanza Pense, donde la Esperanza Pense. Welcome to Esperanza Pense, where hope wins. I believe I promised you a video about cleansing the tarot deck, because I was about to do it again. I just did it maybe yesterday or the day before. But in addition to just shuffling like this when I'm with you, like as a client or as a friend or whoever I'm reading for, we shuffle the cards like while we're talking and get into the vibe, right? But also in between clients or as needed, it's a great idea and good energetic hygiene to go ahead and be sure to cleanse the deck, especially the deck. This is the deck that I use with clients. I have a lot of other decks. I should do a video about that too. But when I'm cleansing this deck right here that I use for clients, so this one gets cleansed a lot more often, it's always kind of cool to have like a candle going somewhere, because that way, you know, you can light your sweetgrass. Some people like to use like sage for just about anything and everything. I personally, when I am cleansing a room or cleansing a space, I really prefer sweetgrass. I also really like Palo Santo. And I love sage for certain purposes, but for me, in my experience, sage calls in the ancestors. So I have a fresh bouquet here, my bouquet of the day. I like to make a bouquet of the day, and lilacs are in season. A little bit of, these are, what are those? Well, these are lily of the valleys, and it's kind of like in that funny in-between stage where there's not a lot of flowers in bloom, and my spring flowers are kind of like dying off, and my summer flowers haven't got... Oh, these are hostas. These are hosta flowers. These are pretty cute. So I like to have a little fresh outdoorsy stuff around me because that makes me feel comfortable, and it makes my space and corner feel like I'm connected, you know, to nature. And I want to be connected to nature when I'm trying to tune into energy with you, or I have my cinnamon here. Sometimes I even light it. You can see my dried fruits that I used. Actually, I dried those for a solstice event. I got my lavender from my sister's yard, Jesus, and Mary, his mom, looking over him. You know, I just love the idea of, like, you know, Jesus looks over all of us, right? Is how we kind of perceive it. But I also love the idea of Mary, like, looking over him, you know, because... you know what I mean? We all gotta have somebody looking over us, right? So this is all the stuff that makes me feel comfortable and secure and protected energetically in my environment. So now I can work with the cards and work with you, right? And these are tips that we can bring to go. For example, if you're working with the cards in a place where you're not able to have like an open flame, you know, bring some laurel leaves with you, bring some bay leaves with you for good luck and fortune. And, you know, you can even write a wish on here and keep it with you. Or, you know, I have a turkey feather here to remind me to stay grounded, but at the same time take flight when necessary. Selenite. I love selenite. I actually got this selenite right here from a really cool vendor at this event that I was at called Contact Modalities Expo. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. Delavan, Wisconsin. And this came from Synergy Metaphysical. And actually, a person that worked there got a reading with me, and she was wonderful. And much love. But thank you for the selenite, because I bought that while I was there because... I needed a little extra oomph when I was cleansing my deck in between readings, because there was a lot of energy flowing there. It wasn't like it was bad energy. It was just a lot of energy. It's like if you stick your finger in a light socket. It's not bad. It's just a lot, right? No, you know what I mean. Okay, so now here we go. I was already shuffling, right? So now we can go ahead and cut the deck several ways too, right? So we can cut the deck. I usually cut it like 6 to 8 ways. I have it 5 ways here. And then I can cut those again. And cut those all around. You know, some people just swirl them around. I used to date this guy and he used to swirl them around like this. But in any event, you know, you mix your cards up as best you can. And I can even go so far as a lot of times I'll pick up a section. Or if I cut the deck, I'm a deck cutter. I'm not usually a deck swoosher, but sometimes I swoosh, you know. But I'll shuffle these. Whoops, there goes one. Oh, it was the Tower card. Holy crap. Speaking of the eggs. But like I definitely shuffle sections too. And then you can pick them all back up. And then at the end, after you feel like you've shuffled each section appropriately, then you can shuffle them all together and you're ready for your next reading.